couple of things I just want to mention. The real techies in the room are drooling, okay? Those that aren't, we understand. Not everyone can feel that way about technology. But he said some very interesting things, and maybe I can just pull them together. First of all, you're not here today to hear me talk about BlueBox. Okay? And this probably highlights it the best. And if you have come all the way out here to hear me only talk about BlueBox, I'm sorry to disappoint you. These sessions are always about what's happening, what's exciting, what motivates us. What's happening in business, new ideas, etc. It's not just about the product. Yes, we'll show you that too. So that's the first thing it highlights. The second thing is, I can't walk past a little diner and not try and find some application in that business for my business. That's how I live, breathe. It's what I do. Guys that know me well will know that I'm very boring at parties. Okay. So when I see something like the iPad, I have to ask myself some questions. Okay. Why does this product make me drool? That's the first question I'm asking. You know, what is it? He said it in the video. They've defined not a new. They haven't made a new product, they've defined a new class or category of product. And that might not have sunk home, but we've got cell phones and we've got laptops, and people are playing around with tablets. Okay? This thing sits in this weird new space. And I personally have had, as I said, dirty thoughts about buying 20 of the things for my staff. Okay? That's a market that didn't exist for Apple before. We don't have a single Apple in our business. Okay? This thing has got some unbelievable little niches to it. It's not a new laptop for one of my staff. That would be threatening to me because we're Windows-based. Okay? But it is a lovely enablement tool for one of my staff. It's the ability for my staff member to feel gushy about the business that just gave it to him. Yeah. But at the same time, he's going to sit in management meetings and make notes on this cool little calendar. It doesn't affect how he codes when he goes back to his laptop. It doesn't affect what he's going to be doing on our business system. He could use our business system in the iPad because it's web-based. So we love the enablement that's going to put iPads into lots of people's hands. The other thing it does for me is it reminds me that sexy is important in business. And there are a lot of businesses that are very happy to have their customers walk in and they've got a grubby front counter and the till looks terrible and whatever. And investing in things that look good and make you feel good about working there and the customer interacting with your brand it's a really important part of business. Challenge for me and for each one of us to say how sexy is our business, how sexy is that front face that it projects to the consumer, and you'll hear a little bit later to our staff. The last thing I just want to say about it is that I believe the iPad tells us that we need to make a place for people to exist in our business that encourages commerce. So what has the iPad done? The most phenomenal thing you should have heard is that the iPad is $499. It's $500. I think in South Africa it's going to be between 3,500 and 4,000 rand for one of these things. Okay, what do you get for that? You get this unbelievable technology, and I'm telling you, when you've got one in your hand, you'll realize it. Okay, you also get a pack of software that lets you use this thing. So it's not nice technology. Now I need to spend more money to add value to it. Okay, they are cramming their business offering with benefits. But here's the most interesting thing for me. He mentioned it there. You can buy other applications on it. So what they've done is they've created an environment, and you'll hear me talk about it just now, called Grass for Grazers. They've created an environment for people to come spend money with them. Now, if there isn't a business here that can't afford to do that, and it doesn't have to be an iPad. Do you have a little lounge where people come watch the sport while the wives are looking at the blah blahs in your store, and while they're here, dangle things. Give them something for free, make them feel comfortable, throw in some sweeteners. We were talking about sweeteners the other day. Throw in some sweeteners, make an environment that's conducive to business, because I think it works. I get hell excited when I see this. We have a very firm belief at BlueBox that business must be fun, that the platform that you take from us must give you the value for money and the good feeling that comes along with it. Okay? And quite ironically, and it was discussed in our coffee, is that the iPad makes a beautiful device to use BlueBox on. Because we're web-based. So if you think about it, you fire up a browser on that little iPad, you walk around your store, you're browsing your product catalog, you're making sales. We were joking about having a little till slip printer on your hip because you can literally run a till on that thing, being web-based. So ultimately, the culture that we have as a company is one that is aimed at having excitement as the core of our business. The people that work at BlueBox should be excited about what they do. They should feel that we have this mission about what we're trying to achieve in life. They should be as excited as I am about getting there. And I think that all of the little technologies and things that you heard along the way should be part of trying to impart with you that culture. If you think about it, what we're really doing is we're trying to build a community. ultimately. A community, I just sold you all iPad this morning. Apple's not paying me a cent to do that. Why do I do it? Why do I believe so much in their product? Part of what we're doing, and I'm not pretending for a second that you're all rushing off to go show BlueBox videos to all your friends as fries, okay? But I do believe that your understanding of what we do pulls you closer to what we're trying to achieve as a business, and then also obviously lets you enhance and get the most out of it on that journey.